stand up. We will stretch. So please stay stand up, standing up if you have a full-time job. Would be work full-time job if you have a full-time job, W-2 or 1099. Stay standing up.
Sorry, y'all. I think we got a lot of chatter, and so I just want to make sure we're ready for Sharon. Okay. Thank you.
Please standing up if you have family. Family, yeah, family like could be just husband. Husband is your family. If you have kids under 10 years old, stay standing. Kids under 10 years old. Please standing up. If you want more time for hobbies, networking. Standing up, like you, just 3 people. Please standing up, just the people was standing up before. If you are immigrant and English is not your first language. Next. So this is all the same factors that you are sharing with me. So if I can do it, you can do it. If you are sit down, you don't have excuses. You know? So go ahead. Nice to meet you. My name is Sharon Garcia. I'm from Colombia. I'm 28 years old. I arrived to USA in July 2021, a little more than 4 years. I have 42 rooms in Coliving Arbitrage between Utah and Arizona. I just started my business, maybe focusing co-living, in September 23, and I start just with 1,000 from my pocket. September 2023, 2 years ago. So I launched my first co-living properties 2 years ago. Okay. I come from a little town in Colombia. Who knows Colombia? That's great. So my city, the name of my city is Ibagué. So maybe you don't know, but it's close to Bogota, it's the capital. But before to come to USA, I was working like a delivery girl. My salary was $300 monthly. That's it. For maybe 3 years. Then I moved to Bogota, like the capital of my country, to this hostel. I was living for 2 years with 12 people in the same room. You know what that means? A lot of experience, you know? A lot of experience in community, a lot of experience in process, in like the cleanness. So I think from this experience, I learned a lot about the cleanness in the shared spaces, the community, the process inside. And I was living, this is not like, 12 people, oh my God, this is a lot of people. Yes, it is. But when you have a good process in your house, it's not a lot of people, you know? Right. Everything will be smooth. And yeah, the people in Colombia is doing a good job in their hostel. So right here in July 2021, I was working for 2 years like a cook, no documents. I was fighting with the legal documents for 2 years. Then I get all my papers well. So for 2 years, I was working for more than 40 hours daily, and in the kitchen. In my little breaks, I start to read about real estate. Kiyosaki, who knows Kiyosaki? So that was my first book that everyone here in English. And then when I got my documents, I found a job in operations in the airport in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm living in Utah for the last 4 years. Oh my God, in this job, I wake up 4 a.m. I was working outside. Who knows how many snow has Utah? Who knows the temperature in Utah in winter? So cold. And let's to talk about the summers. Too hot. I was working for 2 years daily outside and feeling so frustrated. So frustrating. Oh my God, what I'm doing here? I'm so young, you know. And then there is me right now with my truck, my mattress, and my beds too. Like doing what I do right now and what I love right now. Financial freedom through co-living doors. Who knows what is the financial freedom meaning? Who told in your family, with your friends, about financial freedom? No one's? Nice. So you will learn something like powerful today. So your financial freedom numbers is your North Star for everything. If you are here with a lot of goals, with a lot of numbers, with a lot of things to do for another people, for clients, for Tinas, but you don't know your financial freedom number, so maybe you are lost. You know? So today I'll teach you how you get your financial freedom number first. But in financial freedom like leather, we have three steps: survival, stability, and expansion. So survival. In financial freedom, this is not I create this. Okay? We have this information in a lot of books, Kiyosaki. A lot of people is talking in the real estate game about this. So survival is when you have passive income paying for your basic expenses: food, rent, utilities. Stability is when you get another level, so you already have all your expenses paid, and now you have extra money for some treats, entertainment, some concerts. And expansion is when you have a lot of money to reinvest and start to repeat your business, repeat your experience, okay? So let's do this exercise. I hope you know how much is your expenses, like personal expenses, right? So you have agenda in your welcome package, you have a pen, and let's do this. So financial freedom through co-living doors will give you a way to navigate your journey from today. Will be, this is just a start point for you. So you will take your monthly personal expenses and you will divide in your net income per door. If you don't know how much, because you don't have any property right now, you can put 200, like right here. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to thinking in your expenses how much is like monthly expenses, and you will put. And then you will divide your monthly expenses in your net income per door, and I will give you a number. Who wants to share this number with me? The person that was ready can say, hey, this is my number of doors. So for example, this is my example. My personal expenses are 7,000. So the number to be financial freedom in my first step, like in survival, is 35 doors. Right now, I have 42. The second level, you can just do X, just multiply for 2, is 70 doors for emergency or reserve fund. And the third level is 105 for reinvestment and start to building wealth. Why this is so important? Because every time that I feel alone, frustrating, sad and tired in this business, dealing with tenants, people, investors, with all of this in this business, I just turn to see my financial freedom number and doors in my office, and I feel motivated. You know, every time I say, oh my God, why I'm doing this? I just go to, you say that. I go through my goal, my personal goal, you know. With these numbers, I don't have to depend for any man, any family, any friend, or any person in this world to support me, you know. Our financial freedom is our truly freedom. If you are now independent in your financials, in your economy, maybe it's because someone is managing your financial life, your money. Who has the numbers of those? Someone wants to share to me? How many doors you need to be financial freedom in the first level? 30? Nice. Thank you. So where is Coliving Arbitrage? Someone knows where is Coliving Arbitrage? Someone listened before? Rent to rent. Rent properties to rent by rooms. We do a master lease. We rent by room, just do a spread, and there is the cash flow. This is a perfect strategy for whatever person that doesn't have a lot of income, doesn't have a lot of savings, doesn't have a lot of networking or people to go in the business, or doesn't have any score or all the requirements to buy a property. The pain point learners. Why this is so important? Because in Coliving Arbitrage, the first person that we start to negotiate is with the landlords. And the landlords that rent their houses in a traditional way, they have, they have pain. They have a lot of pain in their pocket, in their time, like manage the properties, manage the people. So that pain points is our start points to negotiate everything. Negotiate the lease, negotiate the time. So right now, like the minimum lease that we do with every owner is 3 years. Then we renew. 2 of my properties are renewed for another 5 years. And I start with just 1,000 from my pocket 2 years ago. All the money that comes with these properties has more than 100 of the return of investment. So in maintenance and in the maintenance part with the owners, in Coliving Arbitrage, we are looking to cover everything. All the damage that happened inside the house, we don't touch any structural part of the house, is our responsibility. Something with the appliances, lights, air conditioner inside the house is our responsibility. Whatever damage or if something happened in the outside the property or in the structure is the owner responsibility. Something happened in the roof, in the pipes, in the air conditioner appliance, in the water heater, all of that is the owner responsibility. Vacancy and stable income is a pain point for the landlords, and we are offering to have a stable income for the next 3 or 5 years. Low profitability, that is a hard word for me. We are negotiating the leases with the owners, and we are adding like more income then, like every year or every renew too, to feel that they are winning too. To feel no, they are winning too, because we are looking always like win-win for everyone. And tenant management for sure, like the landlord doesn't want to have, manage the people. That is a hard part of the business. And time. The owners want to just buy the properties and don't be worried about that. I want my time for my family, for my hobbies, networking, etc. So that is the main pain point for the landlords, and from there our proposal is start for them. And my strategy is like, we are your perfect tenant. So my company is the perfect tenant for every landlord that wants to put their property in a long-term rental. The financial model is easy, it's not too complicated like to buy a property. It's just like the master lease will be the rent, the rent payment, and the rent by room income will be the main income of the property, and the operating costs. So I try to do all my numbers with until 25% of the expenses or operating costs. If the operating costs go more than 25%, maybe I'm not in that deal. Why? Because we don't have equity. We don't have, and the equity is the best part for the investors. So we need cash flow. We are in the Coliving Arbitrage business because just looking cash flow. We are not looking for equity. So like the numbers, just put a minimum amount in your like goal will be great. So for example, for me, in the main point to initial all of this was 1,000. After I paid the debt of the house, so it's 1,000 plus like the debt. So in my properties, like the cash flow for every property is between 1,000 and 2,000. Before and after, yes, I do renovations, and I call it smart renovations. What I call smart renovation, I don't add bathrooms, first too expensive. The people that do Coliving Arbitrage doesn't have money, just has talent. And we add just walls and doors. So these doors, like these walls and doors to make new rooms, will be retired maybe 3 years or 5 years later. So the construction of these doors is now, of these rooms, is just nothing crazy. So are cheaper, less than 1,000 to make a room. They will secure just from the walls of the house. We don't touch the floors, we don't touch the ceilings. We take care of the property with every smart renovation that we do. So for example, this first one was my first property in Utah, and this was a big cinema room right there. So just I put literally right here a wall in the middle. So we are just keeping all the rules for the city: window, door, 90 centimeters on the hallways, everything with the law, okay? And we made light and reversible upgrades, and everything like the owners knows about everything. This is nothing illegal or someone that they rent apartment without the owner permission, so no. The owners know about everything. What tools and resources I do, because I start to create like Coliving Arbitrage more than the real estate like journey. I start to see the Coliving Arbitrage like business. So for all the lead trackers, all the information that I manage is with Notion. Someone knows Notion? Yeah. You can connect Notion with everything, with Facebook, with all your platforms. With all your CRM programs, calls, with everything. And I don't use Passplay to marketing my properties because Passplay 3 years ago doesn't exist in Utah, and until today they don't, like Utah is not a core market, so they don't have they are not there. So I created my own strategies. Acquisition is the rent to rent. Our process is rent the properties at least 3 years, then with option to buy the property or with option to renew the lease again. And negotiation, we go with just a flat fee for deposit. So I give flat fee for deposit. We negotiate the term, we negotiate everything about the damage. I cover everything until 300, every damage inside the house until 300. If the damage is more than 300, we start to talk with the owner. Hey, it could be a damage from a lot of years ago. So we start to see. And then we do the smart renovation. All this renovation is in less than 3 days. I opened my last property last week. So in these 3 steps, I take just 1 week. In 1 week, we found the property, we contact the owners, we negotiate the deal, and then we do the renovations in 1 day and a half, which is less than 2 days. And we furnish in another 2 days. And then digital operation, I start.
Sorry. I have so you're negotiating with the owner. Have you run across an instance where that particular property was being managed by the property management company, and were you able to, like, how were you able to get to the manager, to the owner through the property management company? Because a lot of houses are managed by property managers. Have you ran across that?
I run directly with the property management. I have deals with property management. It's the same. Hey, because the property management manage the property, but
Right.
doesn't manage the owner. So just, hey, please send information to the owner if the owner is interested. And the same, the property management has the same fee percent to manage the property, and it's the best option because they don't have to feel again for the next 3 years. They don't have to worry about any damage because we take care of everything. But in some cases, I think my story with this, the property management are being incredible because they are so really open to all the fees, or if they have to fix something or ask for warranty, all in the appliances, for example. The property management has all the contacts for warranties and something like that. I think that will help them.
Have you ever got into a deal with a house that needed more fixing than just putting in walls? So that, needed a new kitchen or something? Have you ever gotten into a deal like that?
No. We do everything about the property. Yes, no. I'm looking for lightly renovations. Do you have a question?
Yes. Thank you. So I was just curious about what your upfront costs are, or do you have like a budget for your projects that you take on to put up those walls and furnish? Is it, 5,000, 10,000, or what is your search criteria for these projects?
Yes, I'm looking properties under 3,000 monthly payment. I'm looking properties to do renovations under 5,000, and I furnish with 3,000. So that's my numbers. 5,000 for the renovations, 3,000 for furnish, and at least for under 3,000. That's my numbers that give me more than 40% in cash on cash, more than 40% in ROI, and will give me more than 1,000 monthly in cash.
Sorry, you said 5,000 for the reno, 3,000 for the mortgage, or
5,000 for renovations, 3,000 for furnish.
and then mortgage under 3,000.
Yes, and the rent or mortgage payment under 3,000 and 1,000 deposit.
Thank you.
We have 2 questions from the chat. The first one is, don't most of these contracts state you cannot sublease the property? And then how many property managers do you have to speak to before you get the owner who is willing to let you do the renovations and subleases?
do with sublease permission. I have a master lease. I create a master lease with lawyers. I invest a lot of money in the master lease. And yes, in the master lease, we have a part when they say we are giving the permission to sublease. It's not illegal in this country, the sublease. It's not illegal in a lot of countries in this world. It's not illegal in Colombia when we are in the way to open a new property in Bogota. It's not illegal in any state in this country. Okay? But what the second one?
How many property managers do you tend to have to speak to before you get an owner who's willing to let you do the renovations and subleases?
I do 100 to 1, so I send 100 message to get one property owner. But in the first call, when we send our first contact message, in this part we send all the information, and our presentation for the owners has a specific part when we call smart renovation, and they know before we go to do the showing of the property. So I don't wasting my time to go somewhere when the people say no to lease or no to renovations. We have 1,000 of properties in the market. Number? Okay. So digital operation, I start to build my business from the airport. So I was working 8 hours at the airport, or 12 until 12. So I didn't have a lot of time to build this business. And I start to create all the flow on my business, focused to be someday remotely, to manage everything remotely. So I start to build everything from the day one to be focused to be remotely someday. So I use like Notion, ChatGPT, all these IA tools to make better our business. Guest experience, that comes from my experience in the hostel and managing a lot of people before. So I think the guest experience will give you the retention rate that you need. Will give you the renewals rate that you have in your houses, and the guest experience start from the first contact. When someone comes to ask you, hey, this room is available, and you start to approach that person, I can start all the customer journey map or flow from these people. And scaling. So I think a few months ago in another conference, someone told me, Coliving Arbitrage is not scaling. So it's a bad strategy for you because you can't scale. And I said, I have 6 properties, 40 rooms, more than 5,000 monthly in my pocket every month. Come on, this is scalable. And then I showed them another cases, for example, Coliving Arbitrage in Spain. I know 2 guys that we are working right now to do a partnership here in this country, but they have 2,000 rooms in Spain. They almost have all the market for a huge country that is Spain. They are going to another country like Italy to scale more. So yeah, this is a scale. For sure. And I think today you have a appreciation to like a story that the Coliving Arbitrage works too if you are owner of 4 properties, but you are not having cash flow because you are putting your money in renovations, you are getting your equity, you have a time, a few months or years that maybe you won't see your cash flow. But you have your equity, so you are good in your game. You can add properties in Coliving Arbitrage to your portfolio to just have more cash flow. Money. This is interesting money. And my marketing. So this is the marketing I'll be focusing here because I don't use Fastly in Utah. Maybe I don't know if in Arizona in my new property, but right now, it's in another one. But this is the marketing that we do in Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups. We use TurboTinnan, like a platform that is spread marketing for all the sites like Apartments.com, Zillow.com, House.com. So Turbotinas is really good. It's working for me for the 2 years. I have 80% right now, 80% of occupation right now after coming from a low season. And all of this is organic. I didn't pay any dollars until today in marketing. I didn't know. Yes. So we don't have to pay any fees for our leads right now. I have different prices for my rooms. My cheaper room is $750, and the expensive one is $1,080 with private bathroom. I do couple friendly in the rooms, so maybe we get a room for 1,500, 2,000. You know. My minimum lease is 3 months. We do 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. We have differential prices before 6 months or more if they want to renew or not, blah blah blah. So we negotiate all of these prices. I manage membership fee, $350. There is another income. I was enough with the security deposit. Oh my God, there is a lot of headaches with the security deposit. So we are in the membership fee era right now.
You said membership fee?
Membership fee, yes. The people are members of our co-living, and I'll talk later about the brand, how it's important, the brand in our business. So this is the customer journey map that I create for my entire journey, and I'll be focusing the first part in marketing. So when we are attraction in awareness, we are attracting the leads. So we start in Facebook groups, posting in Facebook groups, focus, rooms, roommates, all of these, and then we post like in Facebook to paid marketing. We post those in the page, in your own page, personal or business page. We use our website too. So I launched my own website, and the people go there to see the properties too. And I use Turbotina, Zillow, and Roomies. So we post, like we do the listings directly in the sites. So we don't use Turbotina to post in Zillow, for example, something like that. No, just we put directly in the listings in the sites. The like face-to-face too, like any referrals. There is a lot of people that referrals just if they have a good experience, they will referrals. If you are not giving a good experience, they want referrals. Or they are young people, they don't care either about the referral, that's the truth. And we do on my own social media, so I told a lot about co-living, and this gives me a lot of opportunities too, not just for leads, for the business, for the rooms, for investors, and to have the opportunity to be here, like in this space too. So a lot of people from our social media, from my social media, comes to me and wants to invest, know about the co-living arbitrage, about to goals or their journey. Then the people go to the consideration stage, is the number 2, and in that stage we do the first contact and the second contact too. A lot of people don't answer in the first contact. So we do first contact, second contact. We use three channels: text message, email, call. And we repeat this process 2 times. So our contact stage is 6 parts of the contact. And then after that, we do some affinity questions from the minute, from the first minute. We are looking to have information about the lead. If the lead has pets, another person, how many months they want to be in our houses. So we have some affinity questions, and we can filter the people. And then we do the showings. We do the showings, Q&A, and then the people start the application. We do a screening process. Background process. The people pay for that, and this is the most important point in our journey with the lead. I remember one time I was in my first house. When you are starting in this business, you are so scared about everything. So the first fear is just don't find tenants. So you will rent to the first people. They say, hey, I need a room. Yes. Yes. Yeah, because I need your money. You got it. Yeah, I did that the first time with no screening. So in the day number 9, I start to leave like my first eviction. I don't do first days, like in my 9th day after I open my business, I start to leave eviction. Oh my god. In Coliving Arbitrage. Oh my god, this is legal? I was asking if this is legal. What I have to do right now. So yes, it's legal. I go to the court. I went to the court. I present all my documents, all my leases, and the court evict this person in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Wow, right? Why? You know why?
No, I said wow.
Yes, wow, that is
What
wow.
state?
Yeah, but
Try to evict in Connecticut. So, what state is this again?
Utah. But doesn't matter the state. You know why? They evict in 2 weeks.
Membership agreement.
Membership agreement? Yes. Yes, membership agreement. Membership agreement because the membership agreement you turn in a month-to-month agreement to the court. The court don't show your agreement like membership agreement. They show the agreement if you have a long-term tenant or month-to-month tenant. That's it. So when you have a month-to-month lease, you can evict the people in less than 2 weeks. Okay? You can do 3-day notice, and you don't have to give 30 days notice. You can give 3 days notice to pay or packet. Okay? Do you have questions for this? Very clear? No? Okay. The future of co-living, I think, from being like us, like from passive owners to strategic operators. And I think like every person in this room knows that you are operator right now. You are not just owner of your property or just passive investor. You are operating a house with more than 5 people, and there's a business. And I think co-living is a scalable financial product, so it's a financial strategy for your life. And the new competitive is the new competition for the companies or that has brand, tech, and community. And I think the last panel when Kim was here, she was talking a lot about her brand. You know, the people go to your houses because you have a brand. So the people start to talk, hey, I'm here living in a living's house. So I'm here living in a pass split. You know, I do pass split. I invest in a pass split. So you are talking about a brand. So you need to build a brand in your houses. Doesn't matter if you have one. You can call that the first house. That's it. That is your brand. It's so important for the future because I think with co-living in USA we are in the stage number 1, maybe in a stage number 5 we are the next Airbnb. That will be co-living opportunity in the future in this country. So we are in the ground with this opportunity. So you need a brand like the same in Airbnb. You know, Airbnb, the people operate Airbnb. They start to put decorate the rooms in one way. They start to operate their houses, their properties in an Airbnb way. So maybe you will have to operate your houses in a co-living way, and you will need a brand for that. You will need technology. If you want to use it right now, like in intelligence AI, right now, you will need to use for in a year, 2 years. You will need a property management that knows these 3 important things: brand, tech, and community. And about the community, yeah, Passplit, for example, they are building community. Not inside the houses, but yes, for external. They are already a community. The people thought about, hey, I'm in a Passplit. I'm investing for this path. So build community is not just inside the houses to get a pizza or something like that. It's something of that. It's a start build community around your brand, about your values, and about your actions inside the houses too. And that's it for now. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Questions?
So you're up to $5,000 renovations. What does that include, and when you're done with that property, does it stick?
The 5,000 renovations include the door and the walls. That's it. But for example, I'll give you an example. In my last property in Arizona, the last week, I paid 1,500 for my fifth room. It was 2 walls and 1 door. That's the renovation. So you can go until 5,000 renovations or less than 5,000. So we depend on your plan.
I understand, but like, if they don't want to rent it out to you anymore, do you leave it there or do you have to tear it down?
No, take it out if I return the property.
You mentioned that you rent to couples, so what has been your experience as an operator from dealing with couples, fights, etc.?
I'll see. Perfect.
Okay.
I don't have any fight on the houses because I build a huge document of house rules. So the house rules are your secure inside the houses, and yeah, that's the truth. I don't have like any problem before with couples.
So very impressive, first of all. So you said that you negotiate a 3-year lease, and it could be with an option to buy as well as an option to renew for 5 years. Can you talk a little bit more about your option to buy and how that works?
Yes. I rent the properties and I put in my master lease with the owners that we have to be the first option when they decide to sell the property. Or we won't show the property. We don't give the permit to show the property before they sell. That is in our leases. We are the first option to be the buyer for that property. And this is different with the documents lease with option to buy. Okay, this is it's a negotiation directly with the owner. Okay, we don't have a price 3 years ago, nothing of that. Okay, it's just a negotiation with the owner.
Very impressive. Congratulations. What do you What do you offer to the private money partners that give you the money to expand?
So I create this business with 1,000 from my pocket. So the first time I was able to give a good percent to the partners. And my first deal, I give more than 30% to the partners for 1 year. And then I repeat with the cash flow of the second property, I open the third one. With the cash flow of the last property, I open the fourth one. And I realized my last investment around the last year for a property with 10 bedrooms, yeah. And just we offer best percent, 18% in the money for a year. So 12 months, 18%, or 18 months, 20% or something like that. Yeah, I'm looking to grow with the partner too. And I'm selling. It's a little difference how I finance my properties, like the business, because we are not negotiating any equity or something like that. So you have to negotiate your percent.
The membership fee that you charge, is it refundable? Is it in lieu of a security deposit?
The membership fee is not refundable. It's not a security deposit. It's a payment. It's another income for you. This membership fee, we sell the membership fee, like all utilities are included in this price. Cleaning service to all the common areas, cleaning supplies for the house, and all the benefits that we offer. I think we are similar, we offer similar benefits. So all the benefits are included in the membership fee. So membership fee is another income.